Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cross Street Classics. We are back at our barn find 1985 Pontiac Fiero GT. In our last video, we weren't able to get it started. We figure it's either fuel pump relay or a fuel pump, the best that we can tell. And I'm the kind of person I like to have all of my stuff here to work on things. So we asked Pete to get the car hauled to the shop. He hauled it over for us, and a couple things I want to go over. I really didn't spend a lot of time in the last video going over the car. We were trying to dive into it and get it running. We thought it was going to be something simple, but it wasn't. So just kind of walk around the car here. It's a low mileage car. I think it's like under 32,000. I'm sorry, 38,000 miles on this, or 38,000 original miles on this car. It is the I feel the more desirable manual transmission. It's the 4-speed with the 2.8 V6. So you can see we kind of left our stuff we were messing with here. Car overall looks in pretty nice shape. They had some sheets on the seats to keep from getting any dirt on them. Don't see any cracks in the plastic. Looks pretty nice. Looks complete. These filler panels there, I remember seeing them somewhere. I think they're in the trunk area. So we're going to get this thing pushed into the garage. I got a new fuel pump relay, and we're going to see if we can at least test the pump and get it up on a lift and get the tank out of it. So let's get it in there on the lift and see what we can find. Alright guys, so we got the Fiero pushed in the garage here. I did pick up a fuel pump relay which mounts on the firewall here behind the driver's seat. We took it out here, swapped it out with another one, and the relay worked, but the fuel pump still don't work, so I know we need at least a fuel pump relay and the pump. So I'm going to put this on, get this all back together here, and then we're gonna work on getting the pump out. All right guys, so first thing we're gonna do here, we got the plug unplugged for the fuel pump. I want to thank Blake for getting his hand down there. I could not get my hand in there to get that apart, so he got the plug unplugged, and now we're gonna get up in the air, and everything else will be from the bottom side. All right, we got our Fiero up on the lift here. It doesn't look too bad. It's about a 35-year-old car that hasn't been on the road in 30 years. 93 is the last year that the license ran out, so we're going to assume that sometime 92, 93 was the last time this was on the road. But yeah, all in all, pretty solid. A little bit of surface rust on the components. Not horrible. But we got the line off. Here's our fuel tank here. We're going to take this off, undo the straps. We got to undo the filler hose here and a couple fuel lines, I think three fuel lines, and get this thing dropped down. So let's get that done. All right guys, so I got the lines all unhooked. These two lines here, got the clamp off of this filler neck, this one off the vent tube, this other one, some kind of another vent tube. And I took this heat shield off. It was kind of in my way. There's only 3 screws that held it on. And I was checking out where the oil filter is in this thing. Not exactly the most accessible, but it's there. So now I got my portable jack guy here, jacking this up with our transmission lift. to get the tank down. We're gonna put this on. I got the bolts on the straps soaking in fluid film. They look like they're in pretty good shape, so shouldn't have any issues. And we're about ready to get this thing down here as soon as this guy gets this pumped up. Might be faster to drop the car down, I think, but we'll let him continue on with this. Yeah. Good.
And it's all I have.
Really? All right, guys, so we got some really nasty gas in this thing, and it's pretty full. Never thought to look at the fuel gauge, but just assumed didn't have as much as it did in it. So we're gonna drain a lot of this out here and make it a little easier for us. So we got the tank out. Blake is cleaning up the spilled gas. We did manage to spill a little bit. So we're gonna get this ring off of here. It looks like it's a pretty nice shape.
Pretty nice shape.
So Blake's gonna hold this camera for me, and I'm gonna beat this ring off here. Get this apart. Ew. Yeah, pretty nasty. So we're definitely gonna have to flush this tank out. Actually, that tank's in ain't the best of shape inside there, is it? So we're gonna take this over and bench test this pump. We got our fuel tank cleaned out here. Kind of hard to tell. Took some chains, rattled some chains around the side, flushed out real good, blew it out real good. We did pick up a new fuel strainer with it, with the fuel pump, and a new inline filter too. So this is our sending unit. We're going to clean all this gunk off of here and get this all put back together and get it back installed in the tank. Here's our pump. Picked this up through Napa. This is the part number they gave me. It's supposed to be guaranteed to fit. So, of course, it's not exactly a plug and play. Got a little bit different terminal on it here, but they do give you all the different wires and stuff for it. So, we're gonna get this old one off and get the new one on. All right, guys, so we got our tank all together. Sending unit is back in, fuel pump is back in, fuel pump works. We bench tested it, and we are already here. One thing I want to mention, these little insulators fell out, so we put them back up in. Don't want to be without these. These protect the tank from squeaking and rubbing, so we put them back in. So Blake has his jack in place, and we are going to put this back up inside. Well, we got the fuel pump in here, guys. I'm gonna check the oil, make sure the oil's good. We're gonna change it, but we'll get started before we change it. Oh, it looks actually very, very clean. I think this thing was probably serviced before it was apart. It's got brand new spark plugs in it. And the oil looks like brand new, so I'm going to open the fuel door up here. There it is. Behind here, okay. Found it. Yes, this is a yellow can, but I assure you it's gasoline. Got good oil pressure. It's got the cool orange backlit Pontiac lights. Not sure what year they started. I think they started in the early 80s, probably 82 with the 3rd gen Camaro. I'm assuming, or geez. Probably in 82 with the 3rd gen Firebirds. I always thought that was a neat feature. Horn works. Headlights work. nice and smooth. We got it running, everything looks pretty good. We're gonna get it good and hot. We're gonna drain the oil out of this thing and check a couple things. I know we got to do some front brake work on it. Both front wheels are pretty tight. So, so that's going to conclude this video, guys, on our Fiero first start. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, liking and subscribing. We'll see you next time. Thank you.